Welcome everyone. Here with us is the player of the match presented by Visa Patricia Guijarro and head coach Jonatan Giráldez from FC Barcelona. Translations are still available. Please state your name and media and use the microphone. Start in the front row with the white shirt here, please.
Good afternoon. Congratulations for this Champions League. Well, it's marvelous. I don't know what you spoke to your players at halftime because there's such a reaction. Thank you so much. Well, I believe that the first half, I think we played good football. We generated more chances than they did. And in the way we thought that we needed to create them, we basically maybe lacked a bit of aggression the last third. But what we needed to do maybe at first was Salman Mariona's position. Maybe we tried to rectify that after, turnover. We need to be a bit more aggressive without the ball, but with Salman Aitana, that first line, well, I don't think that I don't think they choked on the first half, of course, but they could go out quite easily in the first half, we have to say. But then, after also the character and the personality that my players showed, I think it was a game where you have to give your best version, and my players certainly did that. Patri, congratulations for that MVP. Last week we said that your team had matured, had grown up. They didn't choke when they saw themselves, when they didn't start winning, and you have changed that history, or you've shown that you can. In the first half, you thought you might relive all these nightmares that happened before. What did you talk at halftime after going 2-0? What did you talk in the dressing room? What did you think on the pitch? Well, we needed to start more seriously, maybe. We actually did, but it's complicated when you concede 2 goals like that. But I think the team was generating chances. It's true that we didn't put them in, but at halftime, with the small details that we talked about, and also having the hunger, that eagerness, that desire, and believing in that belief in ourselves, that actually proves that confidence that we have grown up, and we didn't kind of break down after starting with a defeat, and yes, we have improved from last year. Hi, Jonathan. Congratulations. What did you feel at halftime with that 2-0, against? And especially, what did you do? And how do you feel after this final and after this epic comeback? Well, I think it was unfair, the result of the first half, because of our game plan and the amount of chances generated, etc. We made a mistake at the very start, and we considered a goal there. And it's not, I've said many times, it's not what happens, but to how you react to what happens. I think our reaction was really good. But then they scored a second goal, which made things very complicated. You only got 45 minutes to recover from that. And at halftime, well, we wanted to improve reception with Mariona and Aitana, because Kira and Patri were doing a great job. But Mariona, maybe when she was receiving the ball with their back to the opponent goal, maybe we were making a few mistakes there and losing the ball, and so Patri was helping them in the end, and Patri, of course, like Patri of course said, it was important to support each other, to be positive, to believe in ourselves, to wake up and be optimistic, and then knowing that there was still 45 minutes left and believing it was possible. Congratulations for making history again. You've played 3 finals in the last 3 years. You've won 2 to finals. Is this a new dynasty for European football? Well, no, that's for you to say. What I can say is the club's investment in the last few seasons, the attitude of my players, whatever the result was, I think they were key to get what we are getting. And to proving that we've been in these important games every year. We wanted to come to this final, we wanted to win it, and of course it says a lot about the commitment of the club and of my players.
Thank you. Please may I ask a question in English?
Una pregunta.
Congratulations. Jonathan, could I ask you please just your thoughts on Lucy Bronze and how she recovered from the mistake for the first goal and now the achievement of winning 4 Champions League titles for her? And for Patri, congratulations also. Could I just ask you what you've enjoyed playing alongside Kira Walsh in midfield this season and just also your reflections on her achievement? Thank you.
Football, sometimes you have bad luck. In this case with Lucy, an amazing player. She did an amazing job during the season. And for me, one of the most important things when you commit any mistake is not so important the mistake. The most important thing is how you react. And the reaction then was excellent. The winger didn't beat Lucy any time during the game. And sometimes maybe another player can go down. In this case, Lucy's reaction was magnific. Give us the opportunity to push until the end, and the experience of her helped us a lot during the season. I am really happy when you sometimes commit a mistake. The finger is going directly to the player, but for me, I have to protect them because I know how they work every day. And today, I am really proud of the whole team.
Yo te voy a responder en castellano si fuese.
To reply in Spanish, well, playing with Kira it just makes football easier. It's true that it's not easy to adapt to FC Barcelona. I think she's done it in record time. I've said this in every interview. She's adapted in so little time, thanks to her ability to understand football. We've helped her. We tried to help her a lot. But her ability to understand the game has allowed her to do what she's done. I think we both had to adapt to each other. But I think from Christmas onwards, I think everything was easier. The amount of work we put on before Christmas to try to adapt each other, have these 4 players in midfield, something that we did last year, but because she was new and I had to adapt to a new position myself, but she makes football easier. I think from Christmas onwards, we managed to adapt to each other and we showed that fluidity on the pitch and in our game. Congratulations to both of you. Is this the best week of your life? You've been a father recently and Champions League final after an epic comeback, etc. So how do you feel? How do you see things? Well, most likely, yeah. The emotions I've gone through in the past few weeks, when you had to prepare a final and we had a newborn at home, etc. It's been very emotional. I think last week she was the youngest person in the stadium, because she had only a few days. She was only a few days old. There's a lot of people who've come to see me from Galicia, from where I'm from, etc. So obviously, when you finish the season and you achieve something like this, a Champions League title, and all the titles we've gotten, and it's like a prize for all the efforts throughout the season, for the whole technical staff and everyone, and that makes it all worthwhile. I'm really, really happy, and of course, it's one of the most important weeks of my life. Hi, Patri, Jonathan, congratulations. Patri, I'd like to ask you, these 2 goals, almost consecutive, that started that comeback and that MVP prize, is this a dream for a player in the Champions League final? Yeah, I'm really happy, but I'm especially happy about helping the team, in so little time, in a matter of 5 minutes. managing that comeback, which was not easy at all. Today it was me, but then I believe it was everyone's hunger and belief and believe in ourselves. Like I said, I'm really happy about helping my team and helping my team achieve this this piece of silverware. Congratulations for both of you. What did you think, Patri? What did you think? Oh, Jonathan, when you send your players to warm up at the end of the first half, we had a few ideas to maybe include Jaysa or Alexia. You know, I was thinking about the role that she could play for us in attack. We've tried a few things with her, etc. But well, at the end, at half time, with few modifications with the players I had on the team on the pitch, sometimes you don't need to bring fresh legs in necessarily. So the idea was to play her for a while in the second half, keep Jaysa warming up, see what the reaction was at the start of the second half, and seeing how we adapted and the performance of my players in the first 20 minutes of that second half. I think we wanted to give continuity because the dynamics were really good. In the end, you know, the match went somewhere else. I was forced to make substitutions at the end, you know, and at the end he could play for a few minutes in this final, which I'm sure it's important for her. Hi, Jonathan. Congratulations again for this Champions League final and for this objective you've achieved. I'm sure that making it a comeback makes it very special. You know, yeah, there are many aspects in football. We talk about the game plan, we talk about physicality, but there are many other important factors in football. Today, the characters that my players have shown during the 90 minutes, even in the first half, you know, when we were losing, it's important to keep your head up and not to leave it go down when you're losing. So the personality that my players have shown in the second half was brutal, and for me it's just one of the most important things, one of the things we have worked on throughout the season. You know, apart from the purely footballing factors, the mental factor was very important tonight. Congratulations to both of you. I've seen, Patri, that the first thing you did after the game, after the victory, was talking about the theory of number two. It's something that did you talk about that at halftime as well? Is it a dressing room sort of code, something you've been talking about for a while, or did you only talk about it after the game? And Jonathan, have you spoken about that, to this theory, and do you believe this theory now? No, Patrick's going to answer that. Well, I said it recently. I think in special days, we are used to taking little things, little beliefs, little details, in order to keep in our minds, to have energy and that strength to carry us through the day. You know, we used to touch wood a couple of years ago. The day before the game, we were touching wood. It's just a bit of nonsense, silly things, looking for a bit of extra luck. And that theory of number two, well, it's just another belief that maybe helped us think of how we have to behave, what we need to do to try and win the game. Obviously, these things are not going to let you win, but they give you special connections, a special connection with your teammates. Perhaps it may kind of add something in the end, you know. So these little details help the atmosphere in the dressing room, etc. It's something that we've talked about through the week, and yeah, it's something that gets in your head, and I don't know, somehow it helps you achieve your objectives. And well, yeah, we conceded 2 goals, and then we scored 3 in the second half. So it's all, if that was the result, it's welcome. Congratulations to both of you for the title. I wanted to ask you, Jonathan, what's your message for the more than 8,000 fans that traveled to Eindhoven tonight? And to you, Patrick, what did you think? What went through your head when you scored a second goal and seeing that you were just about to achieving this comeback? Well, to the fans, I just want to say thank you, not only for tonight, but for their support throughout the season at the Johan Cruyff Stadium, at Spotify Camp Nou, when we played away. You know, we've always, whenever we won on the pitch, we've won on the stands as well, and they were key tonight. From the moment my players left the hotel, my players needed that extra energy. They've done a lot for us, for our family. You know, I wanted to thank everyone, our fans, everyone. The support has been great throughout the game. I want to value the efforts of the persons who have helped us throughout the season, who've been supporting us the whole time through the difficult moments, etc. Because, you know, when we have difficult times, sometimes there can be reactions, etc. But these people have always been there for us. You know, it's very special, and I want to dedicate this title to these people who've supported us through the season. And as for me, well, I thought the same when I scored the first. When I scored the first, I thought, okay, we're going to go for the second. And when I scored the second, I thought we need a third. But we said, look, we need to keep our heads cool. It was important to be in this final. It was really complicated. But what I thought the same. In 2 goals, we needed more. We needed to keep going.
Thank you very much.
Gracias.
Gracias.